We are tracking results tonight in the South Carolina primary, where voters have been deciding who will face off in November in local offices to congressional contests.
Some of those races are still too close to call as ballots continue to be counted across the state. One of the big races that people have been watching is this election cycle for the 1st congressional district. Nearly 20 Democrats and Republicans are vying to take the place of Representative Nancy Mace, who is running for governor. And let's take a look now at the results so far. This is on the Republican side. Jenny Costa-Honeycutt is leading at the moment, and her nearest challenger right now is Mark Smith. Jenny with 22% of the vote, Mark Smith 18%.
WSAV's Nikaya Harris now joining us now live from a watch party for Republican candidate Representative Mark Smith.
That's right. That energy has been positive as those votes have been coming in throughout the evening. And like you said, no candidate has reached that 50% threshold, meaning there is a runoff on the table. And that has been the question of the night. Will Mark Smith be in that runoff? Now, Smith says he's feeling hopeful and excited as he watches the numbers come in. He says his team has already been discussing their next steps, including what he calls the plan. He says that plan starts tomorrow, building on what he's been saying on the campaign trail and what he says he's heard from voters across the district.
Got to get serious about our health care needs here in South Carolina, and we need to address that issue nationwide. And also, you can't think about all the growth and development we're having here and not think about the energy independence that President Trump talks about on the federal level. We've been leading that charge right here in South Carolina in our State House by turning back on nuclear energy and bringing that V.C. Sumner plant back on track. And of course, we got to focus on traffic.
Like I said, Mark Smith is pretty excited for tonight, and he is ready to hit the ground running as soon as tomorrow. Reporting live, Nikaya Harris, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Nikaya, thank you. On the other side of the aisle, Democrats choosing their candidate to try to recapture the District 1 seat. Here are the results now. Nancy LaCour in the lead with 36%, Mac DeFord with 29%. This race also headed for a runoff. WSAV's Isabella Baez is in Mount Pleasant at a watch party for DeFord.
Lively watch party here at Hobcob Brewing as South Carolina's 1st congressional district Democratic candidate Mac DeFord learned he will be heading into a runoff. DeFord will now be facing Democratic candidate Nancy LaCour in a runoff election. This is DeFord's 2nd try to gain a seat in Washington. He ran previously in 2024, but fell short a couple hundred of votes. However, tonight he says things are different, and he credited that to voter turnout. He says if he is elected into office, he plans to be a voice for the people who live and work right here in District 1, with one of his main focuses being affordability. The candidate shared his feelings just moments ago as he watched the results come in.
We're in a runoff. And the difference in this runoff could not be more clear. On one side, we've got a candidate who knows the Low Country, who has fought for the Low Country, and who has served in the Low Country. Who is backed by the Low Country and supported by the Low Country.
Once again, DeFord will be heading into a runoff election facing Democratic candidate Nancy LaCour. Reporting in Mount Pleasant, I'm Isabella Baez, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Another big race, a lot of people watching, will determine who succeeds South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster. Here are the latest numbers on the Republican side. A runoff will happen. That's going to be between the current Lieutenant Governor Pamela Yvette and Alan Wilson, the current Attorney General. Low Country candidate Congresswoman Nancy Mace has conceded.
And now on the Democratic side, there were 3 candidates to choose from in the governor's race. Let's take a look at the results. Jermaine Johnson looks to be well on his way to securing a chance to run in November against the winner in the Republican runoff for governor.
Of course, some of the most important races are for local offices, including the top cop of Beaufort County. Doug Seifert and JoJo Woodward both vying for the position as of right now with 75% of the votes in. Seifert actually is the projected winner there, marked by that check mark right there. WSAV's Sarah Smith joining us live from Hilton Head Island right now from the Seifert watch party. Sarah.
Yes, here at this watch party, you can imagine the energy is very lively. We just heard in the room that Doug Seifert is the winner for this Republican nomination, and all of his friends and family behind me are very excited. You can see everyone back here. Very excited here. And I'm joined by the candidate himself. Come on in. You're getting all of this love and support. How does it feel right now?
Oh, on top of the world. You know, with all the support of my family and friends, my campaign committee and everything, just tremendous. Feels great.
And it looks like you're a little bit of a ball of emotions. You have your wife and son right here behind you. I mean, just talk about how much of a journey this has been pursuing this position. You still have some work to do for November, but talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, just standing in people's driveways, whether it's 1, 2, 50 people, whatever it takes. And it's just exciting just to communicate with the public, finding out what their concerns are and everything like that, and just listening. That's the biggest thing is just listening and knowing what they want, and that really helped me throughout this process.
Doug Seifert, thank you so much for talking with us tonight. We really appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll send it back to the desk.
Right, Sarah, thank you. And WSAV's Andrew Davis continues our team coverage tonight. He joins us now live with the other Republican sheriff candidate, JoJo Woodward.
Well, JoJo, I'll tell you, it wasn't quite the night that you were hoping for so far, but let's start with the fact of how proud you are of the people who did come out and support you and the amount of help you had during this campaign.
So much love for every one of them. They really worked hard. It was a hard-fought battle, but yep, we come a little short.
What do you think made the difference for you?
The lack of voters. Look how many people need to vote in this county that did not come out and vote. We need those votes.
Yeah, that's really interesting. But you did really better even than you thought you did in some of these areas, especially. Did you make a difference? Do you think you brought up some thoughts and some ideas and maybe some problems that people need to look at?
Hey, we give it all. Doug's going to have to look at those numbers and work on them.
Yeah. What does this all mean to you to see all these people who've come out and supported you this entire time and sort of what you're going to keep going?
We'll always love Bluffton, always love Beaufort County. This is my home, and I appreciate all the effort everyone put in.
JoJo Woodward put up a great campaign, a great fight. I'm sorry it didn't make your way, but you know what? You have nothing to be but lots of pride for you.
That's right.
Thank you so much. JoJo Woodward here. Going to come up a little bit short against Doug Seifert, but comes off a winner from all the people that supported him tonight. Back to you guys.
Andrew, thank you. And longtime Republican U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham facing challengers from his own party this election cycle. Here's where things stand right now. There you see that check mark. Lindsey Graham is the projected winner in the race, so he'll remain in that position, a seat in the U.S. Senate.
And Democrats, meanwhile, are choosing their challenger for Graham, Dr. Annie Andrews, the projected winner in that contest. Let's hear from her.
A fighter. Lindsey Graham has said himself into a microphone that he is in Washington, D.C. to do what Donald Trump tells him to do. He's had a quarter of a century in the U.S. Senate, and where has that gotten us? It's time to try something different, and that's exactly what I'm offering.
You may remember how a Republican effort to carve up South Carolina's 6th congressional district failed last month. Longtime Representative Jim Clyburn still faced a challenge from a fellow Democrat, Frederick Goodwin, but James Clyburn is the projected winner by a landslide tonight.
And now we take a look at the U.S. House District 6 race, and the GOP side. John Peterson is the projected winner, I should say, in that race. And moving on now, Beaufort County Council District 4 GOP, Michael J.D. Anderson, Thomas A. Gragowski, both running against each other. Anderson, the projected winner. Now to Beaufort County Council District 5 GOP, Joshua Hauer, Joe Mariano, Mary Jean Otto facing each other in this race, and the winner will face Lynn Garrison, the Democrat, in November's election. Right now, Joshua Hauer is in the lead.
Now let's focus on the Beaufort County Council District 8 Democratic primary between Bill Beltz and Trey Judy. Trey Judy is the projected winner there. Now, Beaufort County Council District 8 on the Republican side, Paula Brown versus Craig Gordon, and Gordon the projected winner. Now Beaufort County Council District 9, the Republican primary, Beth Gillespie against Mark Lawson there, and Lawson the projected winner tonight.
In Beaufort County Council District 11, GOP, Elizabeth Galloway and Tom Wrights in that race, Galloway, the projected winner. And there are still a number of results coming into the WSAV newsroom that did not make it into tonight's broadcast. You can follow those additional races along with full results and continuing updates online right now at wsav.com/electionhq.